Okay, John Hickok here again, and I got one of my favorites, the Glock 21. Always been a fan of polymer frame double stack 45s, like the XD, one of the XDs, the 5.25, something like that. I forget what it's called. The XD is an XDM version, kind of the 21. Always really liked that gun. But as you guys know, I'm a big Glock guy, just like Dad. So the 21 is kind of my favorite example of that. And I've just always really liked this gun, so I thought I'd bring it out today and just kind of share some thoughts on it. And remember, these videos that I'm doing here on the Hickok and Son channel are not actual reviews, right? If you can even call any of the videos that, you know, that people debate about what review means and all that kind of stuff. But these are just kind of, you know, here I am, here's this thing, here's some of my thoughts. That's basically what these videos are. Whenever, if you see me over on the main channel, like maybe you did with the Colt SB1 video, you know, I'm going to do more like how we do over on that channel. There's going to be some research involved, and, you know, I'm going to have some more points and things like that. But that's not really what these are. So I just wanted to clear that up. There, you know, maybe some confusion on that. So, but first, I want to thank the sponsors. I appreciate Federal Ammo for sponsoring this channel, and of course the main channel. You know, great ammo company. Never had really problems with it. It's just a really good, solid ammo, and they make, you know, almost every caliber, it seems like. Good stuff. And then SDI, Sonoran Desert Institute, check them out if you're looking to get a job in the gun industry. Go on their website, sdi.edu. Just check that out if that makes sense for you. So Glock 21, it's got the True Glow sights on it, which the Glock 21 is 45 ACP if you're not familiar with that. It's got the True Glows on there. So, and it's also got a True Glow green laser, which I'm not a big fan of laser sights, to be honest, but I don't know, I just thought it'd be cool to get one, and it's a green one, so I thought I'd kind of play around with it and just see what I thought about it. So far, it's just interesting. I haven't played with it enough to know for sure. It's basically unusable in this kind of light. I'm gonna put it on that post. You might be able to see it. Turn it on. I don't know if you can see that right there. It kind of shows up, but then when you get out to the targets, it's like very faintly cannot see it, so it's really not that usable in this light. And the thing too with laser sights, that, and most of you guys probably realize this, but just because there's a laser on what you want to hit doesn't mean you're going to hit that. It's kind of like your sights. Just because your sights are on target doesn't mean that the barrel will be pointed at what you want to hit when the trigger breaks, right? Because we all know that the hardest part about shooting is that trigger break. That's what screws everybody up. You know, it's not getting the gun on target. In most situations, it's that break, not disrupting your positioning of the barrel, basically, right? Because that's what really matters, is what the barrel is pointed out, not the sights when the round fires. So laser sights are not a do-all, but they're interesting. Let's see, put a mag in this thing and shoot it. That's what it's for. Got it fully loaded, so okay. That's one thing about some Glock magazines and other pistols too. And if you put every round that it advertises in there, sometimes it's hard to get it in there or to rack the slide back and stuff. It's pretty stiff. Okay. This is the Gen 4 too, by the way, which I really like. I wasn't sure if I'd like the Gen 4s when they first came out, but that spring assembly and stuff that they changed, and with the guide rod, it's definitely better. I like it. Okay. Oh, it started to turn sideways. Go for another one. See if I can hit the red plate on the left. Oh, not on that shot, I can't. All right. One of the things I've always liked about the 21, and of course it's kind of a characteristic of the 45 ACP in general, is just because it doesn't have, well, it's a big old round. It's not as snappy as, you know, a word that a lot of people use. It's a pretty accurate description of some recoil. It's not snappy, it's more of a push or a shove, and it's easier to manage sight realignment know, if that's the correct term, but I feel like it doesn't disrupt my sight picture as bad. It's more of a, you know, kind of pushing me back a little, and I'm right back on target. Where calibers like the 40 maybe or 357 SIG, I feel like it's more, it kind of vibrates me off, and then it takes a little more time to get my sight picture back. So I've always liked 45 for that. And you can't hate, you know, 13+1 rounds of 45 ACP, even though 45 is not this ultimate man stopper round like, you know, everybody says it, but it's still a big old round. You know, you got the 230 grain rounds in there. I mean, it's still a big old round. So it obviously has a decent track record of, you know, self-defense use, right? So it's not a waste of energy of carrying a 45 for sure, but it's not the man stopper that people say. But when you've got 14 of them, that's kind of nice. So I always like that. Shoot this other mag. It is a big old thick heavy gun though. That's one thing. Good. I think I gotta shoot another mag of that. This gun is so much fun. I don't know what it is about the 45 ACP. Such a fun cartridge to shoot. Even in a 1911, I love 1911s. But this thing is almost, I feel like I can shoot like a Glock 21 or an XDM in 45. I don't think I've shot the M&P in 45 ACP, but these larger polymer frame handguns are such a dream to shoot with the 45 ACP. Big old round, just kind of pushing you around. Pretty nice. Always like this one. Let's see, I think it says Gen 4. It's got the, of course you guys know the Gen 4 has got the multiple backstrap system, which is kind of nice, except to me they kind of left out the most important thing that they could have included on these things. Because one of my big complaints, just like that, you know, we agree a lot of this on a lot of things about Glocks, but this hump the Glock has on the grip, which kind of is reminiscent of the 1911s without the flat mainspring housing. I've just never been a big fan of that, you know. So it would have been cool if they had a way to, you know, eliminate that with the multiple backstrap system, but you kind of stuck with that. But you know, like I've explained before in videos, yeah, Glocks, they're my favorite modern pistol, but they don't feel the best. There's a ton of guns that feel way better to me than Glocks, but I like their track record for durability and reliability, and my own personal experience with them, and also just how I shoot them. I feel like I shoot them as well or better than other handguns, so I don't really care if it doesn't feel great. You know, to me, it's kind of how it works for me is the most important thing. I think it's really easy to pick up a gun in a gun shop that you've never fired before and think it's going to be a great gun for you, and it's not. Like you've got to shoot it, and you've got to shoot it a decent amount before you can really decide. Like for example, the Browning High Power, good example for me personally. Those things feel amazing to me. I love how those things feel. I love how they look, feel great. I can't shoot them for anything. I don't know why. There's something about the way the grip is angled that makes me want to pull it left really bad, which I'm sure if I shot it enough I could figure that out. But that's something that, you know, you just don't know when you pick it up in a shop. So hear Mac barking back there. Yeah, I love this thing. Yep, this is my nightstand gun now. So recently I actually acquired this gun, traded dad out of it. So always wanted a 21. Never been completely driven to get one because I could always shoot dads, but been thinking here lately, I think I might replace the old Glock 19 as my nightstand gun, which my nightstand gun is actually my backup gun. I actually have a rifle as my home defense first choice, but I like to have a handgun there handy too. So this is kind of my new version of that. It's part of the reason I'm playing with the laser. Probably, I'm gonna be honest, at this point it kind of seems like I'm probably not going to leave it on there I'll probably put it on something else. I've thought about getting maybe another one and putting them on either side of the DP12 because it's got 2 barrels, so you're gonna have to have 2 lasers if it has 2 barrels. So I might do that. So I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed seeing this thing fired, and I'll see you guys later.